Welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast, and my camera has now just suddenly stopped for some reason. There it goes.
There we go. There we are.
Okay,
It
starting off
just
to
couldn't handle. It had to like take a second to realize that we are finally in series four.
yes,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah, it was a little lagging behind, but here we are, season four or series four.
series.
And we got Survivor 43 prediction video. And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how Brantsteele feels about this cast.
Yeah. Our brand steals have predicted some things. They're not dead letter perfect or anything like that. They predicted, they
Mhm.
predicted one team would make it to the merge without going to tribal. They predicted certain people would do well. They even predicted that Lydia and Hal would be like, they would have a dynamic,
Mhm.
and like those two would interact with each other. So yeah, last year we did it for 41, and that was a lot of fun. And so yeah, we got to keep the trend going. And
Yeah.
granted, we're recording this before any of the Entertainment Weekly interviews have come out, or where they put out their bios on CBS. So this is basically all we know, except if either of us did research on Instagram or whatnot, which I did not. But
Yeah. I will say this is the one time I haven't actually like looked at people's Instagrams.
all right. So you have a lot to say, I
Mhm.
guess. So yeah, we got 18 new peeps. Let's get down to business.
Okay, let's just alternate, I guess, us introducing. So first up here, we got Cassidy Clark, from San Marcos, Texas, who is a fashion merchandising major. So she's in college, 25. I think she has potential sleeper threat status to her. I don't see her controlling a lot of the votes, but I could see her being on the right side of the numbers, playing more the social side of the game, and maybe trying to kind of snipe the votes at the end.
All right. Yeah. My first impression of her, it's always tough to say for some of them because we see them outside of we see them outside of Survivor setting. Um, I think more or less I kind of agree with you.
Mhm.
She's someone I don't have a lot of stock in as of this moment.
Mhm.
Um, but uh, we'll see. You never know who might come out and surprise you.
I know. Honestly, we usually we do our drafts, our brand steel actually kind of affects it. Like if someone does a good like showing in our brand steel, we're like, you know what? Let's go with that person. So maybe she has a standout performance and will completely change our minds.
I don't know. I'm nervous about these drafts now because, like, part of me wants to ignore all my instincts just because of how brutally I got decimated last time. It was like
Yeah, you got to think what would Ryan do and do the opposites.
just pull a George Costanza. It's like everything I've done has been wrong. Anyway, enough of my internal turmoil. Next up, we got Geo Basamante from, hold on, this is an alphabetical. He is 35, he lives in Hawaii, and he is a web designer. Fun fact, two contestants are from Honolulu, Hawaii. I don't know how big Honolulu is, but it is kind of funny, like they both ended up
Yeah.
on the same season.
Yeah, they're also the
Um,
first two Hawaiians to play Survivor. We have never had someone from Hawaii play Survivor until this season.
it's crazy to think about. I
Yeah,
think maybe they're trying to make up for lost time. Uh,
exactly.
it is, I will say, I'm not sure if it was him or the other one, but in the trailer, there was someone that mentioned that they were a part of a gang at one point. I think it was
Yeah,
this guy.
yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I can't remember.
It was either him or Jesse because they both have like,
Yeah,
the short hair and stuff like that. And like
yeah.
this beard. So until I like know them, it was a little tricky for me to find out.
Yeah,
But
I'm not sure.
you know, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to have a decent advantage out here. He's used to a tropical setting,
Mhm.
which I'm not saying that's going to make or break his game, but I would say it does like give him maybe a little bit of an advantage. I don't think a whole bunch, but a little something. Um, just based on the pick, he seems like an outdoorsy guy, which can help out. Yeah, I think I can see him kind of like middle of the pack. And
Yeah, I can see him being someone looking for idols. I could definitely see him finding an idol or two on the season. I feel like I think Modern Survivor there's less villains, but I could definitely see maybe a bigger majority looking down, like trying to isolate themselves from him because maybe he might have a bit more of like a macho exterior. I could kind of see him maybe off-putting to certain people.
it's
Well, really,
possible.
yeah, not necessarily like villain, but if like in terms of modern survivors, I could definitely see him fill in that modern survivor villain role.
I can see it too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait. Quick question.
Hmm.
Because this is kind of like you can look on the trailer and like divide the teams as such. Is it done that way, or is it just
Oh yeah, this
team?
is by their actual tribes on the season. So Coca
All
is the actual tribe, Bach is the actual tribe, and Bessie is the actual tribe. And honestly, what's great, so we're doing heroes versus hustlers again. These are also the colors of each of the tribes.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't even have to like change any of that stuff. It was already just perfectly made for the season. So
Nice. Very nice.
okay, next up we got Jay Jones, who's 37, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he is an event curator. Um, I also kind of don't have too much like I think I think he could do very well, and I also think he could go out pretty early. Like I could see him getting targeted somewhat early. But yeah, I'm not fully sure on where he's going to end up placing. I think he can run the gambit pretty much.
I kind of agree. I haven't gotten too much. He wasn't as heavily featured as some other people in the trailer.
Hmm.
Um, I could see him maybe be kept around as a asset because, like,
Yeah.
if you look at the three guys on here, and I believe like Cassie would also attribute to like being like more physical. I can see this being a physical tribe, and maybe they
Hmm.
want to keep that strong. Um, I mean, heck, we'll get to him in a bit, but Ryan is a personal trainer, so like I can see like this being a very like physical and challenge heavy tribe.
Yeah,
So
this
maybe he could be
could be the
safe in
macho
that.
tribe, I guess. The three of them and Cassidy kind of might be able to control things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess there's just not a lot of information compared to other people. Like I can get more of a vibe of like what they're gonna do, like what they want to like accomplish. I don't get that from him, which kind of makes me think he might be someone who also just goes out like around the merge. Also, like it's just kind of like someone who gets taken out.
That's fair.
Mhm.
That's fair. All right. Next up, we got Carlo Godoy, or Godoy, or I'm
Godoy.
sorry, Godoy. Waiting for Godoy. Uh, for all you theater peeps out there. So Carla is. Let me pick up my handy dandy sheet because the things I want to say about her come from the trailer. Where are you? There you are. She is 29. She lives. No, that's the wrong one. She is 28. She is in DC and she is an educator. Uh, and in the trailer, she has the big little thing where it's like, I have a moral compass. There's some things that, like I wouldn't do, like. And then she takes a bit of a beat to really think about if she would do it. And she's like, yeah, I'd probably do that. And I'm like, all right, I can get behind. I don't know where she may place she's either going to be like a pre-merge, kind of like, I don't want to say threat, pre-merge conflict, or like a post-merge conflict. I can see her there's something about her where I can see her wanting to make big moves and stuff, and that is going to create conflict.
Yeah, some chaos potentially.
Yeah, Chaos Carla.
Yeah, Chaos Carla. Here we go. Yeah, I think now honestly, now that you kind of pointed out, I think that she could be in some trouble if this tribe does go 2 times in the pre-merge. I don't know if she'd be the first one targeted or the second, but I feel like her and the next person we're about to talk to might be the ones in trouble, because I think that was actually a very valid point of what you said. So yeah, I think so yeah, I think she, if this tribe can do what Lubu did in 41, I think she could fill that Erica role that Erica had on that season. I think she could actually make it pretty far and like not like end up kind of controlling things, even though you kind of didn't see it coming.
Interesting.
Yeah, but because she's an educator. She's worked with children. Like people love that job. Like it's one of those jobs that like people are like, you know what? Yeah, I want to vote for the teacher.
I mean, especially these days where we won't get into politics and stuff, but teachers it's definitely something where they do need a lot more support these days than the past, and it's definitely something that a lot of people can get behind. That being said, I think because it's interesting this time going in, because one, they're getting rid of 2 twists that were kind of controversial. One, the hourglass, they had to. They had to get rid of that one.
There would have been no way that anyone would be happy. Even if they altered it, I think people would still be mad. It just needs to not be here.
And we bit disappointed, but I'm not like totally upset that it's not coming back. The shot in the dark has been confirmed not to come back.
Yeah.
It's not like something we're like, no, or not shot in the dark. Do or die.
Do or die, yeah. Yeah, which I'm okay with do or die being gone. I will say I am. I think Survivor lucked out like tremendously with the 2 ways it went down, and I think they should cash out. I think if you get your money from a low chance, you cash out and say, "Job well done."
Yeah, I think, and I think that's what they're doing, and they're like, "Hey, it worked out. It was a twist we had."
Yeah.
But yeah, that is so they don't have to worry about it this time around. However, that being said, whether there's the Beware Idols, which I kind of liked, we'll see, or if there's any tribe swaps, which we did not get the past 2 seasons, we'll also see.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see how she does. I think if she is on this tribe and they go, surprisingly, these 3 guys are actually like war dog level challenge competitors and end up going to tribal back to back, could be trouble for her. But if this is the challenge tribe, I definitely think she could make a deep run.
We'll see.
Okay.
We will see.
Next up, we have someone who I think is either going to be the first boot or the 0 vote finalist of the season. We got Lindsey Cardine, who I don't know, she screams to me this tribe's first boot, like out of all of them. Like I think Carla is more likely to get along with the guys who are probably going to control it. She comes off as like probably not super physical. She's the older one on the tribe. Like if they go early on, like she seems like the easy cuts, like the one you can just kind of get rid of. But
possible.
But also just that kind of archetype that seems very easy to cut. If they can get to the merge, they become very easy to bring to the end.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree with you, because we've seen in recent seasons, the mom archetype, actually become prominent characters and like do well. but it's tough to say. And sometimes luck does play a factor into that. But we'll see. Just given the tribe chemistry, I can see, the guys kind of rounding together. And yeah, you never know. I never like counting someone out in general, but we'll just have to see what Lindsey brings.
Yeah,
or doesn't
exactly.
bring.
Yeah, I mean, she's a pediatric nurse. Maybe she can, I don't know, maybe there's some
Offer first aid.
Yeah. Maybe there's just some skills or something that she can bring in from that, but I don't know. It definitely seems like she's gonna have to really show her worth in like that first day if she wants any chance of surviving in this game.
Let's see. See. All right. Next up, we have Ryan Medrano. He is 24. He is from Texas, and he is a fitness instructor. This guy, I'm rooting for. Yeah, his name's Ryan. So he already gets points there. Him being a fitness guy, and me really appreciating the challenge beast archetype. You can see this guy fit into that. That's all I really know about him. Obviously, when the interviews and stuff come out, I'll have more of a general idea. But based off of the data we do have, I would say he's one of the front runners for me.
Interesting. I think he's going to win some early challenges and then get taken off in the mid merge. But I do think he's probably one of those physical guys. I also don't think he's going to be one of the physical guys that tries losing early on. I think he's going to try really hard to win every challenge, which, obviously that's good, but also if you're that good at the challenges compared to other people, it can really be devastating once you lose a challenge at that point, because you come across as oh, we got to take this person out because of challenge performances.
I mean, in a post Jonathan Young kind of way, it is possible. We have seen, yes, challenge beasts go out once they've lost and stuff. But Jonathan Young, I don't know if this is how New Survivor is going to be but maybe that the challenge beast isn't perceived
I
as
think
much.
Jonathan Young had another thing that made him more likable to go to the end, was his lack of strategy, and clearly everyone knew that he wasn't able to play that side of the game, which is very important. But I think Ryan will be more there than what Jonathan was showing us.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I think if he just shows any competence for strategy and knowing what to do, I think it's going to be him going out.
All right, we'll just have to see.
Okay, now we're moving on over to the Baca tribe. We got Ellie Scott, who is a psychologist from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Fun fact, I was born in Utah.
Oh, really? In Salt Lake City?
No, it's a place called Layton, but I have had family out there. Also, I have to say, is Baca the new tribe name for that means idiot in Japanese?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is the actual tribe name.
For this
tribe. For this tribe right here, this is the Baca tribe.
For the upcoming season.
Yes. Yeah, I did not make this up.
I'm not doubting you. I trust you. It's just, I think, it's a wee bit of an oversight from the producers of Survivor. You're just basically, it's this is the idiot tribe.
Yeah, this is honestly, it makes us want this tribe to be the tribe that just goes up in fire.
I mean, I don't want it to, because I would say that with Ellie, I do like the intellectual people as well. It's funny, I'm a mix of bronze and brains, but I would say Ellie being a psychiatrist, and me having interest in psychology and stuff gives me points. However, I will say I don't think she is going to win.
Yeah,
I feel like she may get targeted early because she's going to seem like a smart player, or maybe near the middle of the, or not middle, but like I'd say early to mid merge, they'll be like, okay, we should just gotta go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she's the Tori Meehan of the season, to be honest. I think she's going to probably try to downplay that stuff, but like she's probably not going to be able to downplay it as well as she thinks that she can. And will probably come off a bit strong. Like the reason that like Denise Stapley, for instance, as like a therapist in that kind of like same field, like she had at least a little more of the mom quality to kind of like make everyone like okay with like her intelligence and all that kind of stuff. When you're a little younger and you're showing off all your your intelligence, it can definitely sometimes for certain people, and especially I think a few people on this tribe will not like that kind of quality in someone. I
It's
think
fair.
that she could easily be someone that gets turned on by her tribe and either goes out near the end of the pre-merge or, like you said, kind of in that early merge kind of area.
I agree. So we'll see. I will say she will not be one of my first picks.
Yeah.
I'm like, so now that you mentioned the Tory thing, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, steer clear. And now watch her win. And then you're going to be like, Joe.
Well, I mean, there's still the possibility I do pick her. I mean, you do get first pick this time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how things play out. And anywho, I digress. And like I never want to count someone out completely. I mean, you're totally wrong about Nasir, where he was like the biggest sweetheart on that season.
Mhm.
And you were like, there's something behind that smile. But be fair, I thought the same thing about Brad, and like he
Yeah.
wasn't bad or anything. He was
Yeah.
just
I mean, just Modern Survivor, like I said, like there's just the villain archetype has kind of been nixed a little bit, and now it's like they're trying to make everyone seem likable, which you know I get it, but also it definitely impacts the story a little bit. Like we like to see the villains have their fall, but we don't really get
exactly.
that in Modern Survivor, at least as much. And when there is a
That's fair.
villain, it's like a villain where like, oh no, why is that person even on the season?
I think that could be a discussion for another day. I think it may be because for that reason, it was like, why'd you choose this person?
Yeah.
Uh, Anywho, next up, we got Janine Zhang, who is 24 from Massachusetts and does a UX designer.
Mhm.
I was not smart and I didn't Google what that was, but
Um, isn't it like it's something online, right?
you're the you can probably check. You have your
Yeah, I
phone
got it
out. I'm
here.
using it. So she does
Um,
give me influencer vibes. That
well,
could be because of just how the picture is framed and stuff.
okay, so this is what I found out something that says, what does a UX designer do? Competitor analysis, customer analysis and user research, product structure and strategy, content development, prototyping and wireframing,
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so
testing and iteration, coordination with UI designers. So there's also UI designers, and analysis and iteration. So basically, a lot of analysis.
well, we all know Ryan is like analysis king. Well, not king. No, I'm not great at my analysis. I just like analyzing.
Mhm.
So Janine saying already that gives her brownie points for me. Since I am like analysis supporter and
Mhm.
I appreciate analysis. I'm not great at it all the time, as you can see with my uh, predictions for seasons. So I will say that does give her that does earn her my
Yeah.
rooting
Well,
forness.
to be fair, we are technically tied in winning for our predictions. You got Tommy Sheehan, I got Tony, you got Erica, and then I got Marianne.
That is that is fair. It's just there seems to be let's
Yeah,
just
you're
keep
able to
seeking
find the
missiles.
winner sometimes, but not necessarily everyone that does good.
I think I always get the first boot as well.
Yeah, I think you got in the first boot every time.
Yeah. Okay. But Janine, I think she looks promising, especially after what you've given me. As someone, maybe she has a better handle on, her analyzing. I'm
Hmm.
not a professional analyzer, but I feel like if she does it for a living, she may not overthink things. So right now, I have a very strong opinion about her, a
Nice.
positive, strong opinion.
Yeah, I think she could definitely do good. I'm hoping that she's able to not just be very analytical and trying to play like, like a Spencer Boss kind of game. I want to see if she can have that um emotional like connecting with people as well, because that's what makes the great players, when you can have both of them and not just really good socially and really good strategically. If she can find a way to get that social game on point, I think she could be a very strong player. But if she has trouble doing that, I could see in these smaller tribes her getting targeted early on just because she doesn't make those early connections.
That is fair. It is fair.
Mhm. Okay, next up, we got someone who I watched his audition video before he even got revealed.
Really?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I did my audition video a while ago too, and for prepping, I was like watching a lot of other Survivor audition videos, and he was one that I found. So when I saw him, I was like, "What? He's on the show?" Um, yeah, this is Mike Gabler from Meridian, Idaho, heart valve specialists. But he's a very woodsy guy. Like he basically lives in the backwoods here. Very he's a character. He's been casted to fill a role as a crazy character on the season. He's not going to be very strategic. He's
How
going to have no idea how the game is being played, what is going on.
how was his audition tape?
It was okay. It was pretty. It was fine.
Okay. I know they gave him a bit of they at least gave him some dialogue in the trailer, so that's not always a sign of being a prominent person within the trailer because sometimes they purposely do. They have like one in the trailer where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna give this person line, but they're not gonna last," so that throws people off.
Hmm.
Maybe that could be. He does. He is also. Let me double check. He's definitely the oldest on the tribe.
Hmm.
Is he the oldest in the? Yeah, he is the oldest contestant this season.
Yeah.
That could help or hinder him. We'll just have to see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, he's definitely not winning the game. I think picking him will guarantee you not a winner. I'll just say that outright. Yeah, but he might make it far as a goat, as someone that people are like, okay, we can easily bring him, but also maybe they just want him to build the shelter for them and say, okay, you've done your job on the season now, and let's get you out of here.
we'll see. Kind of like I said, this is a very young tribe. I mean, I think the second oldest is Ellie,
Hmm.
and she's like her early
Yeah,
30s.
31.
So yeah, it doesn't look too well for Mike.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't imagine I don't see him really winning either.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got Mariah Young. She is a content creator, also from Philly. So we got two Delphians on this season. And where are you? And yeah, she's a content creator. She's 28. She also has like a she kind of has like a little line in the trailer about Survivor being like tough. And it was like, oh yeah. So it is kind of like confirmed. Yeah, Stripe's definitely gonna go to tribal council at least once.
Yeah.
Um, I can see her being. I'd say it's a wild card of like where she can. I can definitely see her kind of like with similar to Mike in the sense of being a character on the season. I think she will. I feel like she may have like a story where she'll learn how to play the game as it comes along,
Mhm.
or like, really find her footing. If she can survive the first 2 votes, she'll really find her footing in this game. And maybe not be like a dominant force within it, but an influencer, no pun intended, an influential
Mhm.
force. Not like one of the big baddies or big goodies or like a big person in the alliance, but I can definitely see her be influential.
Mhm. So I have her as a dark horse winner on the season. I think that she has a very good chance to like I like she's not my winner contender, or even my second winner contender, but she's someone who I could see myself picking maybe third or fourth, fifth, somewhere here as like a this person really has a good shot of winning the game. Um, I'm yeah, right now I think uh even though I think she's going to be very vibrant, I think she's going to probably be a little more out there. I could see people having that like the Marianne effect of just they don't take her seriously for a long period of the game, even if she's doing a bunch of stuff to kind of help and get her through the game. And I could really see her managing to make it to the end and being able to win over a jury in the final stages of the game.
I'm sorry, I had a phone call that came in and it muted you.
Oh, got it.
I'll call them after, or let's get through this team. I'm gonna see what that's about. But
Okay, sounds good.
yeah, so what did you say?
Oh, I was basically saying that she might have the Marianne effect of seeming like this really out there, like not really strategic kind of player that people are okay bringing further into the merge.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to have more game than people actually think, and could very well be able to get further into the game and be someone who can win over a jury at the end. Like I think people are underestimating like people who can win over a jury, and they're like only looking at it from like a gameplay perspective. But there are just some people who I think if you get them to the end, they could win over a jury. And I think she could be one
Yeah.
of those people.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, you're going out there with rainbow hair, or I believe in the trailer, yeah, she has still
Mm-hmm.
has the rainbow hair. And that could like you said, make people not 100% take you seriously in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It is a younger crowd, and there's someone else we'll get to, which I think he's definitely no one's really going to take him that seriously in the beginning. But
Mm-hmm.
I think she does. Yeah, I agree. Is the dark horse winner is a good place to put her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next up we got Owen Knight, who is 29 years old from New Orleans and is a admission counselor. And I'm going to be honest, I think he's going out early. I think he is going to be someone who gets a pre-merge boot on the season. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm not sure how you feel about that because I think I've seen some other people that they even think he might win the game, but I really think that he has like he's going to not be great in challenges. I think it's going to be clear that he's a strategical force. I just think both of those things, like, and this tribe, I think is going to tribal more often than the other two tribes. I think that he's more likely to be one of the ones that gets targeted and taken out early um, than for instance Ellie, Janine, Sammy, Mariah. Like I think all of these like Mike is probably the only one that I think I could see going out before him on the tribe.
Huh. I mean, like, I never really thought like a first boot or like an early boot.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, like, I'd say wild card in the sense where I really with him, I can see it kind of going anyway, but not in like wild card as in like wild, but like he seems like a well put together guy.
Mm-hmm.
So like whatever has the same meaning as wild card, but not the wild aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So like I really don't know where to place him, to be honest. He's like one of the people where I don't really have too much of a read. He does seem well, I mean, if you are someone like an admissions counselor, you do have to like be able to talk to people
Mm-hmm.
and like, have like kind of like gauge them and like the best way to kind of like interact with them. So that could help him out a little bit, but other than that, I really don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how his social game is. I can just already tell that he's going to probably be one of the weaker members of the tribe, and I think he's also going to be one of the more strategic members of the tribe, which, um, unless he's able to have that social game and pair well with the people who are going to be influencing the votes, I think he's probably going to be in a lot of trouble.
We'll see. We'll just have to see. All right, next up, this guy. We have Sammy Layotti. He is 19. He is a student. And where is he from? Las Vegas. I think this guy is going to get his ass. He comes on with very big energy. And I don't think it's like, I'm going to win this season and all that stuff. He seems very young and not very young, very like with that, like, let's go energy.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best energy. And like looking at the Baka tribe, still I know I can't. I mean, this is
know
the name I'm going to
it's
remember more than anything.
yeah, it's hilarious. Like I don't remember a lot. Like tribe names are sometimes hard to remember. You eventually just start saying blue, yellow, red tribe, but the Baka tribe.
It's like, come on.
If they start doing a lot of stupid things, it's going to be inevitable.
All the otakus.
Yeah.
And all the base level. If you're a novice otaku, you know this.
Yeah.
Speaking of novice, I feel like Sammy, he could potentially, I can see kind of like who is the one guy, JD, that was in 41, kind of similar role where maybe he bites off a bit more than he can chew. A lot of talk. I mean, we haven't seen him in a challenge yet or anything like that, but he comes off pretty strong. And especially with this tribal chemistry, it might not come out in his favor.
We'll see. I think he's not going to be early taken out. I think they will keep him a little bit, at least for his physical strength. I think that there's a few other weaker people who probably contribute a little less to what they're going to need for challenges that I think will at least get him a little further in the game. But honestly, yeah, I look at him and I feel like he's more fit for the game of Big Brother than Survivor. Like he looks like someone who could really be on Big Brother and actually do pretty well in Big Brother. But I feel like a lot of people who would do well in Big Brother don't translate over to Survivor as well. Like there's a few people who do, but like not
obviously Hayden being one of them.
Yeah, Hayden being one. But like if you take like most of a cast list of Big Brother and put them over on Survivor, it would not be nearly as good. And I feel like we're getting that a bit with Sammy.
We'll have to see. Have to see. All right. Do you mind if we pause the recording? They left
sure.
the voicemail. I want to see what that's about.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's. Okay, we are back here now to talk about the Messi Tribe. And I believe I am the one to talk about the next person we have here, which is Cody Ossenmacher. I think that's how it's pronounced. And he's the other person from Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii, and he's an account manager. And I think he is just gonna be the character who's out there to have a good time. He's gonna just be having a blast. He's gonna have a smile, even when it's raining. He's just gonna be having a blast.
Yeah, I will say, because that's kind of like the aura he gives off during the trailer and stuff. I think that might get him to. I can see him making it to 7 and stuff, and then maybe people will realize this dude's a bit of a social threat, and then get rid of him around there.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. I think he's going to be one of the more fun players on the season. Like, I think people are going to remember him. Like, I think he's got that kind of, or like you're gonna want to root for him. But yeah, I don't see him winning or even getting to like a Final Four situation. I definitely think he's going to get taken out before then.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we both agree on this guy
Yeah.
in that sense. I wish I could say more. All right. Next up. Sorry your time was cut so short, Cody. Hope that isn't foreshadow.
Oh no.
Next up, we got Dwight Moore from Tennessee. He is 22-year-old and he is a computer student. First of all, I dig the turtleneck. I think it's very classy. He's someone else where I'm not sure where to really place him in that sense because he is, young. He's young, but he just based off of the picture, he does carry himself in a way where he does seem like he's someone that is socially aware at the very least. I don't see him like being like he's someone that thinks before he does. And I think it really depends on tribe chemistry with him. He is on the younger side. I think Noelle is older, but not by much. Yeah, Noel's like he is the youngest on the tribe. Not by like too much, but like still.
Yeah. I will say he is my winner pick.
Really?
I really think that Dwight is going to have a lot of say in the game. I think he's going to even though he is younger, I think he carries himself as someone who's older. I think he's going to be able to connect a lot more than what most 22-year-olds would on Survivor. I think
You're really good at articulating my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a very decent winner pick. I will agree with that.
Yeah. I think he's going to have a good head on his shoulders for the game. I think he's not going to blow up if something goes wrong in his game. I think he's going to, like really internalize and like come up with a more grounded solution that I think a lot of players will be able to do in this game.
I agree. Yeah. Well, now I know your winner pick, so now I can help build my team accordingly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He gives me I think you pretty much hit the nail right on the head with the hammer. I butchered that saying. I'd say my only worry is maybe because he is younger. I don't know. Like, there's something maybe I'm like nervous to be like, yeah, go Dwight, because I don't want to be heartbroken. I guess.
Yeah. Who knows? He could go out super early and like we haven't picked a winner pick yet that goes out pre-merge. I'm waiting for that to happen. Hopefully, it's not with Dwight.
No. Yeah, it's root for Dwight.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we got Jesse Lopez from Durham, North Carolina, who is a PhD student, and he is in his 30s. I have very low expectations for him in the game. I don't know. He just gives me the vibe of someone like in my high school that would just kind of follow along with other people and just kind of like if he sees someone doing something that seems like he could get away with it or it's okay, like he'll just go along with it. He's okay with just kind of following the crowd. And I don't think that that's good for this game. I think he might easily pair off with someone who ends up being a threat, and pretty much just getting taken out because he is the easier one to get taken out of.
I'd say he's kind of like with Owen. I'm not really getting that big of a read except for what's on his thing. And the fact that he is, getting his PhD means he is investing a lot in his future and stuff. Maybe he is someone that is a bit more methodical than that, or like not to say that he won't follow the right guy if that is the case, but I can see his game being played a numerous amount of ways. He's one of the people where I think I definitely need more data to get like a good read on.
Yeah, that agreed.
All right. Next up, we have Justine Brennan from good old LA, and she is a regional saleswoman, and she is 29. Also someone where, I mean, I'm rooting for her because she's, LA, she's from here. So we got to, but other than that, I don't really have too much of a read on her as well.
Yeah.
So,
I will say she's my female winner pick.
Really?
Yeah, I will say this is my favorite tribe, is the Messi Tribe. I think that there's like 3 or 4 people who I think are going to that I'm rooting for on this tribe. And she's one of them. I don't know. I get the sense from her that she is going to be grounded, able to kind of get with the majority pretty easily. Like whatever way the majority goes, I think she's going to be able to find herself into that majority. She is one person who I did see on social media, and I think I have a friend that's actually like following her, and they're following her back too. So, so someone I know apparently knows Justine Brennan. So, yeah,
nice.
exactly. So yeah, we'll see. I think, as I said, I do value Dwight a little over her still, but I think that I think she still has very, very good win equity on the season.
It's fair to say. All right. Next up, we have oh wait, is it your turn? No, yeah, it is.
Dang it! I was hoping you'd. I don't.
Because
Okay.
you didn't want to butcher the last name.
I don't want to butcher either of these names because I would just be honest. I am an uncultured swine of an American.
Also, English is or things written in English, can be confusing. Different vowels can have different sounds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say something, and then at some point, I'll be able to know how to actually say it. But for this episode, I guess it's gonna be Nneka Ajiri.
Could be Neka, could be Nika.
Yeah, I don't know if one of those ends are silent or if it's Nneka.
We'll find out during the interviews.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
for the sake of this, I'm just going to say Nneka, as that's just what I'm going to say. Hopefully, it is like 90% chance it's wrong, but I'm just going to say it because
I'll be with you. We'll both refer to her as Nneka until we learn how it's actually pronounced.
Sounds good.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on good old Nneka?
Nneka, let me get her stats here real quick. So she's 42. So she's she is the oldest one on the tribe. And she's from Texas, and she's a director of operations. So she's definitely going to probably be a manager type. So she might be pretty bossy. The older person who is also a little more on the bossy side tends to not do great on a younger season.
I can see that. I can also see the flip side where maybe she is a good leader, and if you have, I can see her being like a leader, but that could also put a big target on her back if that is the case.
Yeah, I think I don't think she's the first person to get taken out on this tribe for them going to tribal, but I could see her being one of the next ones, or someone who goes out as kind of like this tribe's sacrificial elimination around the merge area. It's kind of just like, here, we can show that we're playing ball by taking her out.
It's definitely possible. I think either way, I think we do get a sense that she is going to present herself in like the manager position or like a leadership position. And I think it just depends on tribe chemistry, how much how far that'll take her.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe she can defy our expectations.
We will. All right. Last but certainly not least, we have Noelle Lambert, and she is a 25-year-old, and I'm still looking for a name and starting to sing, from New Hampshire, and she's a Paralympian. What is that, by the way?
So it's an Olympian, but she's got a paraplegic disorder. I think she's lost her leg, I believe.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
see
what
in
it
the
is.
trailer.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a, I believe, like a runner in the Paralympics.
You know me. I'm very much I love running. I finally have this displayed. So like, I always appreciate runners, stuff like that. I will say, and it's an unfortunate thing, I can see you're getting kind of like similar to what's his face, getting to 6 or 7, similar to Cody, getting to 6 and 7, and then being seen as a final tribal threat in that regard.
Yeah,
because
you can't let someone like Noelle make it to the end. Like, the story is just too great. She's one of those players. It doesn't matter how her game shapes up. She could be like brought to the ends and doing no strategy, but she gets to the end and gets to say that she managed to make it here. Will just be the best story that gets pitched that night.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, like, I do want her to be a great character on the season. I mean, she definitely got some love in the trailer, and her being a runner and stuff, I really, I am definitely behind her. It's just due to the circumstances, and I would like to think that we're bigger than that, but at the same time, it is a jury threat. It is a final tribal threat, which is just how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, if you overlook it, you're then gonna be the one with egg on your face at the end, getting 0 votes and getting no respect at the end because you just let someone who clearly was gonna take the $1 million from you.
Yeah. So I do think she's gonna do well. I think, well, I mean, obviously we have to see, her personality and stuff. I think she'll be a great character this season, but I do see the 6 or 7 mark is when she's going to go out.
Yeah, I think there is a world where she goes out pre-merge. We have seen someone like her who has had lost a leg in Nicaragua, who was Kelly, not Purple Kelly, a different Kelly. Who does get taken out, and so it's definitely still possible. We have to see. I think this tribe is going to go 1 to 2 times in the pre-merge. I think it's going to be mostly the Baka tribe that's going to look like idiots.
Come on. You didn't have one person in the room that was like, hey, yo, I know that Baka means idiot in Japanese. Maybe we shouldn't. There wasn't one person in that room that isn't a total weeb. Or not even a weeb, and knows a weeb. Because Baka is like one of the first words you learn when you're into, anime and all that stuff.
It's Baka and Nani?
Baka, Nani, Watashi, Boku.
Yep.
Those are like hi, yeah, yes or no. Like those are.
Yeah.
It's one of them, but I digress.
Exactly.
All right.
So that does a year. So I've already said, I think my favorite tribe is the Messi Tribe. Let's start with what tribe are you rooting for the most? What tribe do you want to see make deep runs?
I'd say I would say each tribe offers someone great. I'll say that Coca Tribe, I kind of vibe with a bit more, mostly because Ryan is. I don't want to say my winner pick just yet. I want more data before I do that. But I hope Baka doesn't go as much because Janine Or like I really hope she goes far in the game. Same with Ellie. Like there's some people I'm rooting for, at least as of now, that are in the two upper ones. And yeah, I think Dwight is pretty cool. I think Noelle's pretty cool. But I think once the draft is there, I'll have more of a assessment on like who I'm rooting for.
Got it. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I think for the Coca Tribe, I am rooting for I'd say Carla and Geo. I like to see the two of them maybe even team up and make a pretty deep run. That'd be definitely interesting.
Dope.
On the Baka Tribe, I'm probably rooting for Mariah and Janine as well. I'd like to see Mike a little bit just because I saw his audition video, but I don't think he's going to do that great. So
he may do great in Brantsteele.
Who knows? As I said, like with the Messi Tribe, I think Cody, Dwight, Justine, and Noelle, like I really like all four of them. So,
all right, seems pretty solid. All right, excited.
Let's get into it. Coca Tribe wins reward. They win a fire making kit, and the Baka Tribe wins rewards. And Naneka finds a secret advantage. This is the super idol that can be played after the votes are read. Okay. No alliances. No alliances. No alliances. Let's see who wins immunity. Okay, we got the Coca Tribe wins immunity.
And the Baka Tribe.
And the Baka Tribe. Oh no, the Messi Tribe already going.
Well, Naneka has that super idol, so we'll see what happens.
She was one of the ones I was okay if she ends up going. And now I'm hoping Jesse goes, I guess.
That's a safe bet.
Does she find that impressing the rest of the team?
Nice.
Cody and Dwight find something in common.
Nice.
And they form an alliance.
All right. So that being said, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Jesse. Also, is that new? Show Tribal Council?
Yeah, so I enabled streamer mode. Apparently there's a thing called streamer mode, so that way we don't get votes revealed.
Oh, okay.
Which is so nice. We can now actually make decisions before we know how the tribal council goes without seeing a scroll bar or any of that stuff.
Nice. All right. You ready?
Yeah. So let's get Jesse out of here. First vote goes to Naneka. Second vote goes to Noelle. Third vote goes to Naneka. It's not looking good for Noelle.
No.
Fourth vote goes to Naneka.
Why does God hate me?
Fifth vote goes to Noelle.
Why?
Noelle uses the idol. Naneka uses the idol, and Noelle is taken out first.
Why?
What? This is terrible, Brantsteele. You are a terrible person.
How do we not have teams that we've chosen? I still feel like I got screwed over here.
Justine and Naneka pulling one over on Noelle.
Dang.
Wow. Brantsteele, you're that's just terrible.
That's cold.
And Lindsey, there's an S there that I did not put. Lindsey finds the Coca hidden immunity idol.
All right. Baka, come on.
Baka's just vibing. Coco wins immunity, and Baka wins immunity.
Oh my god. Well, Vessi.
Lindsey and Ryan bond strongly. Carla and Ryan have a minor disagreement, while Carla is impressing the rest of the team. Not looking good for Ryan.
No.
Ellie and Sammy find something in common. Janine and Sammy bond strongly.
Do they form the...
Ellie and Mike bond strongly. And we get Ellie, Janine, and Sammy. Mike did not join the alliance after this stuff as well, though. So
I think they're a fourth. Mike is a fourth.
Cody and Jesse bond strongly. Dwight and Aneka find something in common.
Okay, so that does not look good for Justine.
Yeah, Justine definitely is in some trouble here. First vote goes to Jesse. Second vote goes to Jesse. Third vote goes to Aneka. And Jesse is voted out.
Gets screwed
in a 4-1 votes.
Dang.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm fine with Jesse going. Like, as long as we still got Cody, Dwight, and Justine here.
Not too much.
Nothing really going on. Let's see who wins immunity. The Messi Tribe wins immunity.
They get a wee bit break.
And Coco wins immunity.
Oh no, the Baka Tribe.
Cassidy and Ryan bond strongly.
Noise.
Ryan is impressing the rest of the team and forms an alliance with Cassidy.
All right, cool.
Mariah finds the Baka hidden immunity idol.
Good. Oh, she may play that tonight. She's the one not in the alliance.
Yeah, Ellie rested camp to restore energy. And Justine joins the alliance with Cody and Dwight. This is my alliance. This is the Joe Alliance has been formed.
Joe Alliance.
I love that. That's great.
I'm gonna say Ellie because I think Mariah's gonna play her idol.
I'm going to say Mike. I think it's going to be Mike. I think it's just going to be a random takeout with Mariah's idol, but
yeah,
Mariah uses the idol. First vote goes to Mariah, does not count. Second vote goes to Mariah, it does not count. Third vote goes to Mariah, it does not count.
Ooh.
Fourth vote goes to Mariah, it does not count. Fifth vote goes to Mariah, it does not count.
Oh gosh.
And Mike is taken out.
You win the double bet. Good job.
Yeah, I called it. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
But poor Mike.
Nice. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, I was hoping to see a little bit more character, but I really do think he's gonna go out pretty early.
See. Alrighty.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. The new Coca Tribe is Dwight, Geo, Janine, Carla, and Owen.
All right. Dwight can definitely do that swing.
Yeah, he's gonna probably decide who wins that 2v2.
Yeah.
We got the new Baka Tribe, which is Cassidy, Jay, Justine, Lindsey, and Ryan.
Well, Justine is just
She's just screwed
in a vegetarian sandwich. It's just right in the middle there.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate too because the Baka label is right above her. This is not. They really should have thought that one through.
They really did. That's so. I really hope Justine doesn't get swap screwed here and just gets taken out because she's the only other person.
Okay.
And the new Messi Tribe is Cody, Ellie, Mariah, Naneka, and Sammy.
This I don't know because Mariah almost got eliminated. So she may not want to stick with her original alliance and join Naneka and Cody.
Yeah, I could definitely see her swapping and flipping on those people. I think Justine is in a lot of trouble here. She needs to find that idol. That's the only way she survives, I think.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It definitely wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, and then this one is really just whoever whoever woos Dwight wins.
Let's see.
Okay, nothing. Cody finds the Vessi hidden immunity idol.
Nice.
This could be used to get Mariah. Like, this could be that extra little insurance to be like, hey, come to our side. I have the idol.
Could.
Coco wins rewards. They win peanut butter, jelly, bread, and bags of potato chips.
Nice.
And Dwight finds a secret advantage hidden in the potato chips. This is a vote blocker power.
Sick.
Nice. And Baca wins immunity.
Justine is safe.
And Coco wins immunity.
Vessi not getting the love.
Yeah, Vessi's a bit of the loser tribe right now. Janine is injured, but gets treated and can stay in the game.
I was about to say, come on.
Okay, and then Justine finds the immunity idol.
Good honor.
Nice. Okay, we got 2 idols there now. Cassidy and Jay find something in common. And Jay joins the alliance, so Cassidy pulls Jay in.
So that's going to be an interesting tribal when Baca goes.
Yeah. It's going to be, hopefully, Justine can play the idol and get herself a little further. Mariah and Naneka find something in common. Naneka is impressing the rest of the team. And a new alliance forms between Cody, Ellie, Naneka, and Sammy.
Well, I guess that's very unfortunate for the person left out of that.
Yeah,
who I'm
who
forgetting.
is that? Oh, we're about to see, right?
Oh wait, that is Mariah. Mariah was left out of it though.
Oh yeah, it's Mariah that's not. So is this Mariah going home?
Maybe. I mean,
I think that's
an alliance of 4. There's one person not in that alliance.
I feel like Cody and Naneka really should have been working with Mariah instead of isolated, because now it's just going to be a 2v2 deadlock as they go.
Well, I mean, Cody has the idol, so maybe he's banking on that.
First vote goes to Mariah. Second vote goes to Mariah.
Well, this was just
and
overkill.
Mariah's voted out unanimously.
That was just overkill.
Yeah. Why couldn't Mariah vote?
Because
because
Dwight found it and he could assign it to someone on the losing tribe.
That's right. Yeah. They stand there. So yeah, just everyone voted Mariah out. So that was that's unfortunate. I'm rooting for Mariah. I think she's gonna be fun on TV. So I do not want her going out that early.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right, down to 14.
Okay, let's see who wins rewards. The Baca tribe wins rewards.
Nice.
And Coco wins rewards. So they get some coffee, pastries.
Vessi just getting 0 love.
And Coco wins immunity. And the Messi Tribe wins immunity.
All right, there's a little love.
Yeah, they get a little break. But this means Justine now needs to play that idol. Dwight is injured, but gets treated, can stay in the game.
Stop doing that!
Okay, Justine.
Well, there's 2 idols that can be played.
A new alliance forms between Cassidy, Lindsey, and Ryan.
So they might go after Justine, or they might go after whom else is not in that.
Cody and Ellie have a small fight, and Sammy is impressing the rest of the team. Okay. I mean, it looks like it's very obviously going to be Justine here, so just play the idol, make it at least one bit further.
Yeah, because of the two idols, I have no idea.
Justine uses the hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast against Justine will not count. First vote goes to Justine, does not count. Second vote goes to Justine, does not count. Third vote goes to Justine, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Justine, does not count.
Who is it?
Lindsey!
Whoa! Why didn't you play? Okay. When your target plays your idol, you have to play yours.
Oh, that is crazy. So, I mean, that was the best person she could have taken out. That takes out the idol as well. So, I mean, I still think she needs to now not go to tribal like at all or find another idol. But
I mean, like she has one more until the merge, and
Yeah.
then merge is very playable.
yeah, exactly. So, Baka, just win immunity. That's all you got to do. Just don't be idiots about it.
Okay. It's gonna be every single review we do up until the merge, and even then, just be like, back. Just be prepared, people that watch our reviews.
Yeah. Coco wins reward. They win 10 pizzas and soft drinks. And Baka wins reward. They win 1 pizza.
Nice.
Vessi wins immunity.
Come on, Baka.
Oh, Coco wins immunity.
Well,
Not looking good for Justine.
nope.
Okay, can she find us? Ryan finds the hidden immunity idol.
Good for Ryan.
And then he impresses the rest of the team. Like everyone then gives him a round of applause for stealing it from Justine.
Yeah. Well,
Ellie and Sammy bond strongly. And Ellie leaves the alliance. Cody rests at camp for his energy.
I think Ellie just doesn't want to just bond it. It's like, I can't. I'm gonna have to blindside you.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Justine.
I'm sorry. You're out. First vote goes to Justine. Second vote goes to Ryan. Third vote goes to Justine. And Justine is voted out. She tried so hard. She really got given a raw deal with that tribe swap.
Yeah. It's okay, man. This is just it's just simulation.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So, what is your assessment of everyone's games thus far?
Well, fun fact, Coca, that tribe has not been to tribal council. So with Geo and Carla, they have not really shown any strategy because they have not had to go to tribal council yet. I'd say Naneka is playing a pretty good game. I think the alliance between Janine, Ellie, and Sammy could be pretty good. I think that other alliance with Ryan, he's coming into this with an idol. So is Cody. I feel like those could very much help them out in the long run. Dwight, I feel just got to see more. Like he was on the Vessi for a little bit, and then he was on a winning streak, just being part of the
unstoppable Coca tribe.
Coca, not sponsored by Coca-Cola, or maybe.
Yeah, watch that be something that they can win is a Coca-Cola.
I don't think they're allowed to say what it is. But anywho, yeah, I would say that's my assessment so far. HBU.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar. I want to see maybe Cody and Dwight now get a reconnect and see if they can work together now without Justine. Justine was another part of that the Joe alliance that didn't get to make it too far, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I'd like to see them get together. yeah, the Coca tribe, I want to see if they try to get the numbers more on their side and just kind of steamroll the game, or if they're going to be more inclined to mix it up.
We'll just have to see.
Mhm. Carla finds the vote sacrifice. This is an extra willpower that can be used at one tribal council up until the final 6. In order to unlock this, she must sacrifice her vote at the next tribal council.
She did say she'll do whatever it takes.
Exactly. Okay. Cody wins immunity.
Nice.
Nice. Carla and Ryan have a small fight. Carla, don't be picking fights
when you can't vote.
I know, right? Cassie and Aneka bond slightly. Geo and Jay bond strongly. And that's it.
I think remind me of her name. Scroll down real quick. I think Carla just screwed herself.
Yeah, I think she's in some trouble here.
You don't get into fights when you can't vote.
Exactly. Yeah, that was not the best gameplay there. We shall see here. So she does sacrifice her votes. Ryan uses his hidden immunity idol. First vote goes to Ryan, does not count. Second vote goes to Ryan, does not count. Third vote goes to Ryan, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Ryan, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Ellie. Sixth vote goes to Carla.
Yep.
Seventh vote goes to Carla.
Yep.
Eighth vote goes to Ellie. Ninth vote goes to Carla.
Oh.
10th vote goes to Ellie. One vote left.
Is it going to be Carla? It has to be Carla.
It's Ellie!
What? Oh.
Oh.
I mean, unfortunate. I liked both, but like I feel like it would have been a much better story if Carla went home there.
Agreed.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. And it being like a one vote difference would have been really the icing on top of everything.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah. Ryan was trying to get out Carla there. So Cody, Dwight, Geo, and Owen voted Ellie. Ellie, Janine, Naneka, and Sammy voted Ryan. And Cassidy, Jay, and Ryan voted Carla.
Dang.
Okay.
All right.
And so that Ellie is now the last free juror because in this, the first merge did not make the jury. So now everyone here has made the jury. And Carla has that extra willpower. It was a pretty close vote that last time, so it could be useful. Group number 1 is Cassie, Cody, Jay, Carla, and Ryan. Group number 2 is Dwight, Geo, Janine, Naneka, and Owen. Sammy does not participate, but automatically wins rewards.
Nice.
And group number 2 wins. They win a spaghetti dinner on a private island.
Delicious.
And Cody wins immunity again. Back-to-back immunity wins.
Of course.
And Naneka finds the hidden immunity idol. Okay. Dwight is impressing the rest of the team. And Naneka works hard at camp and becomes tired.
All right, this may be very bad for Ryan because, yes, a number that was against him got voted out. However, that was the first one. You know, like him and Cody are tight. They know that Ryan just got played an idol, so it could be there could be a big target on his back right now.
Yeah, it was a successful idol play. He entered the merge now with a big resume, which is, you never want to have a big resume moment right at the merge because there's still a lot of game left to play. And yeah, I could definitely see him being in some trouble here. Yeah. First vote goes to Cassidy. Second vote goes to Naneka. Third vote goes to Geo. Fourth vote goes to Cassidy. Fifth vote goes to Geo. Sixth vote goes to Naneka. Seventh vote goes to the Geo. Eighth vote goes to Naneka.
Oh no.
Ninth vote goes to Geo. 10th vote goes to Naneka.
One vote left.
It's Naneka with an idol.
Come on.
Oh,
Dang.
unfortunate. So let's see. Cassidy, Geo, Jay, Carla, and Ryan voted Naneka. Janine, Naneka, Owen, Sammy voted Geo. Cody and Dwight were on the complete outs voting Cassidy.
At least that duo is keeping strong, though.
Yeah, it seems like they're maybe just not getting into the right conversations now. They're kind of just off on their own, playing their own little game over there, which is not good for Dwight because Cody is winning these immunities.
Yeah.
Geo finds the hidden immunity idol.
Good for him.
He probably got some paranoia after getting votes and just right away went looking for an idol and found one.
That's what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Group number 1 is Cassidy, Jay, Janine, Owen, and Ryan. Group number 2 is Cody, Dwight, Geo, Carla, and Sammy. And group number 1 wins reward. They win a dozen pizzas to be enjoyed at camp. But there was already a pizza reward, right? That happens?
10 pizzas. 10 pizzas for the first place tribe. 1 pizza for the second.
Yeah, and now
So,
a dozen pizzas.
We're up to 23.
That's a lot
pizzas.
of pizzas.
That is a lot of pizza.
And Dwight wins immunity.
Nice.
Okay, so that duo is at least keeping the necklace on their side. Could be some trouble for Cody, but he has an idol. Cassidy and Owen bond strongly. Owen and Sammy find something in common. And Janine is injured again, but gets treated and can stay in the game.
Why?
She's like not even competing in the challenge at this point. She's just like sitting out. It's like she's doing the Missy from San Juan del Sur.
Yeah, she broke one leg. She was able to walk, broke the other leg. Yep, still here. Yeah, this is a little tricky.
Yeah, I just realized there's only 3 girls left in the game.
You're right.
This has been a very guy-centric season.
Bro chachos.
Yeah, the bro chachos. Yeah, and one of the girls is like completely injured, so she's probably not winning any challenges. So
You may want to keep that around because
exactly. Okay, so I think Cody might get votes here, but he has an idol, so I think it's a question of is he gonna
how the chips lie.
Yeah. Cody uses the idol. First vote goes to Cody, does not count. Second vote goes to Cody, does not count. Third vote goes to Cody, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Cody, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Carla.
That's where she goes.
Sixth vote goes to Carla. Seventh vote goes to Carla. Eighth vote goes to Jay. Ninth vote goes to Jay. We are tied. So Cody plays it correctly. We are now, they did split the votes though, so Jay and Carla would now be tied.
All right, let's see how where the chips lie.
First vote goes to Carla. Second vote goes to Jay. Third vote goes to Carla. Fourth vote goes to Jay. Fifth vote goes to Carla. Sixth vote goes to Carla.
Uh-oh.
Seventh vote goes to Jay. 1 vote left.
I think it's Carla.
It's Carla. She still have some, yeah, she could have used her extra votes on to Jay, and she would have been safe.
Yeah. Just didn't know.
Yep. So Cassidy flipped over to Carla. Ryan floated over to Carla. So yeah, those were the two deciding votes pretty much. But Cassidy, Jay, Carla, and Ryan voted Cody. Cody, Dwight, and Janine voted Jay. Geo, Owen, and Sammy voted Carla.
All right. All right. We are at that halfway point. I'm very much digging the Cody Dwight duo.
Mm-hmm.
I think oh yeah, now we only have 2 gals left.
Yeah.
So Janine, I'm rooting for you in actual Survivor. Just I hope it doesn't predict your injuries, because you've gotten 2. We don't want a third. There's
3 strikes and you're out.
I mean, like, I don't think, I mean, working out there with 2 injuries is enough to pull you out of the game, but 3, that's just no.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Say Ryan is playing hard. He has been a target. I'd say Sammy's social game is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would say that's where everything is right now. Geo still has that idol. He's still holding on to it. Hopefully he doesn't get voted out with it, as seems to be the trend with the past 2 eliminations.
Yeah,
they got voted out with an advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Who's your winner pick right now? Like who do you think is most likely to win this Brantsteele?
It's a little tough to say at this moment. Could be Dwight, Ryan, and this is my dark horse pick, Janine.
Janine, let's go Janine. I'm rooting for Janine, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to reward. Cassidy wins reward and shares it with Ryan, Jay, and Owen. They win aerial tour of the Sacred Islands, a feast of cheeseburgers, french fries, beers, and letters from home.
Nice.
And Dwight wins immunity.
All right.
The duo always having that necklace.
Well, Cody is about to be in trouble because...
Yeah. Dwight and Geo find something in common. Maybe Dwight can get Geo to play the idol for Cody.
It's a possibility.
A new alliance forms between Jay, Janine, and Owen.
Did she introduce herself? That's 3. What? How?
I've never seen it happen to like 2 times on a season. We've now had it happen to her 3 times.
It's like that. She's like the my leg guy of Survivor. My leg. Janine's like, my leg.
She just walks and injures herself.
This is torture. Come on. I think it's Cody still, but like,
yeah, I think it has to be Cody. Like, Cody has got a huge resume right now. Like, you can't let Cody get much further in the game.
I think maybe out of mercy they have to get rid of Janine, but I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
She does it a 4th time. I don't care where she plays. She's getting an All-Stars 13 just because of the injuries.
Just for getting injured over and over and over again.
And not eliminated as a result.
No one stands, so Geo does not use an idol. First vote goes to Cody. Second vote goes to Cassidy. Third vote goes to Geo. Fourth vote goes to Cody. Fifth vote goes to Geo. Okay, is it the battle of the Hawaiians? Sixth vote goes to Cassidy.
And Cassidy.
She's Cassidy. There. Seventh vote goes to Cody.
I think it's Cody.
It's Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. He was definitely playing the biggest, flashiest game up into this point. So Cassidy, Geo, Jay, Owen, and Ryan voted Cody. Cody and Dwight sticking together voting Cassidy, and Janine and Sammy voted Geo.
Poor Dwight, he's all alone.
Yeah, he's got to win some immunities to keep in. Or I guess maybe he can try to get in with Geo, who's got that idol.
True. But Geo seems to be in that majority alliance that's, taking peeps out left and right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see who wins rewards. Group number 1 is Cassidy, Jay, Janine, and Ryan. Okay, so they got to carry some weight with Janine. They're like carrying her through the challenge.
She only has one good arm. Broke both her legs, broke her arm.
Yeah, she's just I can do one arm. Group number 2 is Dwight, Geo, Owen, and Sammy. And group number 1 wins rewards. They want a trip to a survivor stall with the feast. Okay, maybe we can recoup some of Janine's injuries. And Ryan wins immunity.
All right. I'm sorry, Dwight. This is it.
Ryan and Sammy bond slightly. Owen and Sammy find something in common. Okay, so Sammy getting some social game going on.
Sorry, Dwight.
It was a good run while it lasted.
Agreed.
Geo uses the idol on Dwight.
Well.
Okay.
So, it could be anyone now. Is it Janine?
First vote goes to Dwight. Second vote goes to Dwight. Third vote goes to Dwight. Fourth vote goes to Dwight. Fifth vote goes to Dwight. Sixth vote goes to Dwight. Seventh vote goes to Janine.
I'm sorry. It just she can finally get medical attention.
Yeah.
It's what's best.
Yeah, you can only
feel so bad.
Yeah,
but that's what's best.
Dwight and Geo. It's like when a dog is like too old to do things for themselves. Like at some point, you just gotta put it out of its misery.
That seems to be the kind of philosophy they chose.
Yeah, that now leaves Cassidy as the only girl on the season.
I mean, that does say something about it. I will say Geo may have screwed himself a little, though, because
he's now put himself on the bottom of that group, so maybe even the next one to go because of it.
Just for a mercy elimination. Though the idol is back in, circulation, so...
Let's see if someone finds it. Jay finds the hidden immunity idol.
Okay.
Okay. Ryan wins reward and shares it with Cassidy, Jay, and Dwight. This is the loved one. So Dwight is kind of making his way into this alliance, maybe.
All right.
And immunity goes to Dwight. Okay, another all-star candidate right here, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I think it might be, well, we have to see what happens here, but it could be Geo.
Cassie and Geo bond slightly. And a new alliance force between Geo, Owen, and Sammy.
Or not.
Yeah, I think actually him being in with Owen and Sammy is going to give him a lot of say in this tribal. He's already in with Dwight. I mean, that's 4 of the 7 that probably aren't going to vote for him here.
Okay. They could turn on Ryan. It makes sense.
Yeah, so let's see. So Geo, Dwight, Owen, and Sammy, I imagine, are going to vote together. So that leaves Jay, Cassidy, and Ryan. But also, Cassidy bonded a bit with Geo, so either that was Geo trying to get some jury favor, or another person to be in the alliance, like as the person that's kind of like tagging along. So Jay has that idol, so if he plays the idol, he'll be safe. Kind of making Ryan the de facto like elimination.
Yeah, that's kind of my reasoning behind it all.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Jay just doesn't play his idol.
Well, I don't
No
see
one
why they would
stands.
target Jay.
Yeah. First vote goes to Ryan. Second vote goes to Sammy. Third vote goes to Sammy. Fourth vote goes to Ryan. Fifth vote goes to Sammy. Sixth vote goes to Ryan. One vote left. It is Ryan.
Dang it.
Yeah, so Dwight, Geo, Owen, and Sammy, I think, are kind of creating now the majority alliance for potentially the end game here.
Yeah.
Making Cassidy, Jay, and Cassidy and Jay are kind of on the outs.
Which they would have to team up. Jay has that idol, so we can take down one of them. You would probably want to go for Geo or Dwight, whichever one doesn't have the immunity, because actually there is a way to get a hidden immunity idol in this episode. Because isn't this the one where it's like the 2-part one?
I don't know.
Where I remember you sit out of a challenge and then you can grab one part of the idol, and then there's another one that's hidden back in camp. I reversed the order of how it was, but I think it was at 6 or it was at 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was 7, but maybe it is 6.
Might have been 7.
Yeah. Okay, reward challenge. Dwight and Jay are pair number 1. Cassidy and Sammy are pair number 2. And Geo and Owen are pair number 3. And Cassidy and Sammy win reward and share it with Dwight.
Nice.
Overnight stay at a private island with a feast. And Jay wins immunity. Okay, now this is the question. Does he play the idol for Cassidy, who's most likely the other vote to get taken out here? Or let her get taken out, play the idol next time to guarantee yourself the final 4 slots?
I mean, could work that way, because then he can play for fire.
Yeah.
But I think, because that only really gets him 1 elimination. But I mean, if you go after Geo, who seems to be like the head honcho, or honestly, I think you want to go for Geo, because right now he is playing, I think, the best game. So maybe they want to use the idol for, Cassidy. And that way, the two of them can vote out Geo, and then it's a whole new game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the benefit of keeping Cassidy here, is you get to take out a big threat and potentially make that alliance scramble. But the negative is if they don't scramble, then he'd probably be taken out at 5.
Decisions.
Dwight and Jay bond strongly. That's.
I say they use the idol and take out Geo.
No one stands.
And then it's Cassidy.
First vote goes to Dwight. Second vote goes to Dwight. Third vote goes to Cassidy. Fourth vote goes to Dwight.
Oh, no. Not Dwight.
Dwight gets taken out. He was just too big of a threat that even his own alliance turns on him. Well, it was a good game though. Let's see. He played a good game.
I agreed. Him and Cody, but him obviously better because he made it further.
Yeah. Let's see who wins immunity. Geo wins immunity, and he also wins a feast of comfort food at camp. And he shares it with Sammy and Jay. Okay, well, Geo is in a good spot now to make it to the end.
All right.
And Jay's obviously going to be safe, so it's either Cassidy, Owen, or Sammy going out here. I'm guessing Cassidy.
The last woman standing.
Yeah. Jay uses the idol. First vote goes to Jay, does not count. And maybe it's
Or
not Cassidy. Second vote goes to Jay, does not count. Third vote goes to Sammy.
ooh,
Sammy is taken out.
that makes sense. He was bonding with a lot of people.
Yeah, not necessarily doing the strategy, but was definitely playing the social aspect of the game. So trying to get rid of that potential juror threats.
All right. This is our final four, and we didn't even do our finale assessment.
Yeah,
but I'd say Cassidy and Jay, they're playing a similar game. Jay has the more flashier, so he may get votes for that, for being kind of like on the underdog alliance. That's kind of pulling through. Geo, I believe, is playing the best game. And Owen, he's been pretty silent. However, he does have a alliance with Jay. So it's tough to say what's going to happen.
I think Owen's most likely to get to the end. I just don't know if he's going to get the votes.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like Geo, it goes for me, Geo, Jay, Cassidy, Owen.
That sounds fair. Let's see who wins immunity. Jay wins final immunity.
All right. I think just sent Geo with whomever he thinks is the best fire maker.
He grants safety to Cassidy. Geo and Owen must compete in a fire-making challenge. Any guesses on who's winning this?
I think Geo was going to guess this. I see Geo winning this.
Yeah, I think Geo's got this too. Owen wins! Geo is eliminated! Oh...
Well, Geo is another candidate for All-Stars 13, but like, dang.
Yeah, it comes up just short.
Jay wins.
Okay, so yeah, it's Cassidy, Jay, and Owen. Now, the question is, does Owen get credit for taking out the biggest player? Like, even though he didn't do a lot, he is taking out the person who had the best chance of winning at the end. Like, if he really pitches that he's the one that's... he was the one that was able to take out the strongest player.
I think it might garner him a few votes with people that were in his alliance, because he is the last one in his like big alliance standing.
Yeah.
That could give him some votes. I wouldn't say, I'm very skeptical to say that it gets him the win, because I can see it happening. However, I think because Jay has kind of like fought harder, and we've seen a lot of big players, I kind of want to see Jay win. I think it definitely at least raised Owen's wins equity. I think he didn't have a lot of win equity even at Final Four, but I think it did help him at least. So we'll see if the votes maybe are like split so much between the three of them that he ends up kind of sniping us. Okay. First vote goes to Owen. Second vote goes to Jay. Third vote goes to Cassidy. Fourth vote goes to Owen. Fifth vote goes to Jay. Sixth vote goes to Owen. Seventh vote and winner is Owen in a 5-2-1 vote. Not even really split that much. Well, I think let's see who voted for who, because I think it could have been the alliance that really set him over.
Cody, Dwight, Janine, Aneka, and Sammy.
So Geo may have been a little salty, but the Cody Dwight peeps really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think
an unexpected winner.
Yeah. You're even saying in the beginning of the prediction, it was like, yeah, I don't think Owen's going to win this game.
Justine wins the fan favorite award.
That she was.
She was great, even though she gets taken out pre-merge. Okay, I mean, this was an action-packed season.
Very solid. Very solid.
Almost every other tribal had an idol play successfully. First,
Yeah.
third, fifth, seventh, ninth, 11th, and there's 2 there, and then right there. Yeah,
I
I guess
will
that was
also
successful.
say that it's been a while since every advantage that was played correctly too. Granted,
Yeah.
people were taken out with advantages, but still.
Yeah. Well, I think there was definitely a lot of returning players for All Stars here. I think that there was a lot of great characters.
Oh, definitely.
We got the Cody Dwight stuff was great. Janine and her injuries over and over again.
3 injuries. Come on.
I think Geo was definitely its other returning, and
Geo,
even Jay and Cassidy as well.
I gotta vote. I'm rooting for Ryan too. So
yeah.
I'd say I'm excited for this season. I'm waiting for like something, like get us one of those Entertainment Weekly interviews on YouTube.
I know we need to
I'm
see it already.
To hear from this.
Exactly.
All righty.
Okay, let's see these other statistics. Yeah. So Dwight with the most immunities, followed by Cody and then Jay. Owen was the most strategic.
Okay. Justine was also
He also got 0 votes against him.
Yeah, I guess that would that definitely does play favor a little bit. All right, so maybe in a rewatch we'll appreciate his gameplay a wee bit more.
Yeah, we just weren't focused on him as much as we could have.
It happens.
Yeah.
Especially when you have flashy people, sometimes
it was a very flashy season. That's the thing, is that he didn't play a flashy game, but like a lot of people playing with him were playing flashy games.
That's fair. Very fair.
Okay.
Okay, well,
that's going to do it for this episode of the Day After podcast. Yeah, the first one of Series 4 is in the books.
Oh yeah. We started off pretty good, I will have to say. And yeah, let us know who are your winner picks. How do you think things are going to play out? And it's going to be fun looking back at this and see what predictions came true. Hopefully, Janine does not get injured at all.
Yeah.
We don't like seeing those injuries.
Especially 3 times in one season.
3 times
back to back. Like 2 of them happened literally back to back episodes.
At least she stayed in the game. They had to mercy take her out.
Yeah.
Which was
they had to play an idol just to make sure that she gets taken out.
Not
otherwise
how
everyone was just gonna drag her to the end.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I wouldn't trust her at the fire making challenge. She's prone to injuries. Just fire.
Yeah, fire just goes up. We get a Michael Scoopin situation.
No. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm excited for season 43. Get some new Survivor. Yeah. And I'm excited for this new chapter in the for the channel too, because this is our our next year of doing this. This is year 3, like our third, or this will be our 4th year, but we're completing our 3rd year doing this.
I know. It's crazy. I'm used to telling people that we've now been doing this for 2 years, and that's already seems crazy, but now we're about to have to say we've been doing this for 3 years.
No, I mentioned to someone the other day that, I do a Survivor podcast, stuff like that. And, I think it has one benefit me because I say one before I even I skipped the one completely because one, gives me someone to talk about it with, because in a day and age where there's so many streaming stuff and all that, it's cool to talk to someone. 2, during the pandemic, the beginning 2020, gave me something to look forward to, and it gave me outside connection with Joe, which is very much appreciated.
Exactly.
And 3, I think it has helped me with my showmanship.
We've definitely grown as hosts.
If you look back at 39, I was like, Pokemon. Come on, Ryan.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, this
Um,
this has been great. It's it's great weekly content that we get to bring out. It seems like people also enjoy it.
oh yeah,
People are always commenting about, their favorite moments of the episodes, and it's always it lightens at least my day.
it does for me too.
Mhm.
It does.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well,
Well,
that's gonna do it for this one. And we will see you in the next one.
peace.